Selling your home can be one of the most stressful experiences that you're ever going to go through. It's not just about finding a buyer, it's about finding the right buyer at the right price. And let me tell you, if you don't prepare your home properly, you're going to be leaving money on the table, and potentially big money. And so today we're going to dive into exactly how you should prepare your house for sale so that it stands out in the market and attracts top dollar offers. And each of these tips can, and more than likely will, help you sell your house for more, especially one of the last tips that can absolutely make or break the sale. So let's get started with first impressions. You know how they say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover? Well, let's be real. We all do that. We all judge a book by its cover. And when it comes to selling your home, the exterior is the first and best chance to make a lasting impression. And if a potential buyer drives by and they see a neglected lawn or peeling paint and a front door that looks like it belongs in a horror movie, guess what? They're going to keep on driving. So you want to start off by sprucing up the lawn, go ahead and mow it, edge it, and maybe even plant a few fresh flowers. Give the front door a fresh coat of paint, something bold and inviting. In fact, if you can make the color red work with the rest of your house, if it matches the rest of your exterior color, then you should definitely paint it red, because studies show that people are more attracted to red doors. Also, be sure to replace any old or dingy light fixtures with something more stylish and modern. You want to remember that the goal here is to make them feel like they want to see more, like they like it so much on the outside that they can't wait to see what's on the inside. And trust me, if they don't like what they see on the outside, chances of them wanting to take that step further and go inside is going to be much, much less. Now, assuming you did what is necessary to get them past the front door, when the buyer walks into your home, they need to be able to envision themselves living there. And that means your personal memorabilia, your kids' artwork on the fridge, and that collection of family photos on the wall, they all have to go. Decluttering is the name of the game here. And the less stuff there is, the bigger your home's going to look and it's going to feel. And the more appealing it will be to potential buyers. And I know you're probably thinking, but Glen, I still live here. And I get that, but this is about making your home a blank canvas. So pack up those family photos, clear out the knickknacks, and create a space where potential buyers can picture their own lives. The goal here is really to make it look more like what you might see when you walk into a display unit at a new construction site, which never ever has extra unnecessary furniture or any personal type items laying around. Now, I'll be honest, for some people, this involves a little bit more work than it does for other people. However, this small sacrifice is going to pay off, because it's these first steps that set the stage for something that will pay off even bigger, which I'm going to share with you in just a moment. But first, here's a little secret. A clean house, it feels like a new house, and new houses sell. So it's really important that you deep clean. That's non-negotiable. We're talking about scrubbing the baseboards, cleaning the windows, shampooing the carpets, and making those bathrooms absolutely sparkle, because a home that smells fresh and looks spotless is always way more inviting, and buyers are going to notice that. So do not skimp on this step. If cleaning isn't your thing, go ahead, hire a professional. It's going to be a small investment compared to the return that you're going to get when your house is gleaming in all of those listing photos and during the open houses. Because a clean house, it's going to tell a buyer that your property has been well cared for, and that is a huge selling point. And you want to keep in mind, though, that after you've cleaned up and decluttered, there is another crucial element that can significantly impact your home's appeal, and that is fixing the small stuff. You know, the leaky faucet that you've been ignoring, or maybe there's some cracked tile in the bathroom. Well, it's time to take care and fix these kind of things, because when buyers walk through your home, they're going to notice every little flaw, and even small issues can be a turnoff. So go ahead, take care of the small repairs now so that they don't become deal breakers later in the future. Just walk through your home with a critical eye, or better yet, have a friend or maybe a real estate agent do it for you. Make a list of everything, absolutely everything you need to be fixed, from squeaky doors to chip paint. These things, they might seem like minor details, but they do add up in the buyer's mind. And in a competitive market, especially in a competitive market, even small details can make or break a sale. Okay, so assuming you've made all of the necessary repairs, this next one is going to be really important, and that is staging your home to set the scene for the buyers. Staging isn't just about what you see on TV shows. It is really, truly a powerful real estate tool. And staging your home can help buyers. It can really help them see its full potential. And if you look at some studies, according to the National Association of Realtors, 81% of buyers agents said that staging a home made it easier for a buyer to visualize the property as their future home. So it's all about showcasing your home's best features and, well, creating a welcoming environment that appeals to a wide range of buyers. You don't have to go overboard here either with expensive furniture and decor. Sometimes it's going to be as simple as rearranging what you already have by, adding some fresh pillows and putting out a few strategically placed plants. The key is to highlight your home's strengths and to downplay any of its weaknesses. And if you're not sure where to start, consider hiring a professional stager. They know exactly how to make your home look irresistible. And if you do need some help finding one, most realtors can recommend a few to you. Now, speaking about staging, if you want to set the scene for your buyers properly, it's really important to keep in mind that, well, you might love having that, bright red kitchen or something, or maybe funky wallpaper in your living room. Those bold choices are going to turn off a lot of potential buyers. And when you're selling, it's really important that you neutralize things. So I want you to think about soft colors that make spaces feel bigger, feel brighter. Things like whites and grays and beiges, they're going to be your friends here. And neutral colors don't have to mean boring either. You can always still add pops of color with accessories like your throw pillows and your artwork. But the goal here is to create a space that feels fresh, modern, and move-in ready, giving the buyers a clean slate to help them imagine their own space and style here. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, do me a quick favor. Would you go ahead, hit that like button? It just takes a second, but it really helps me get the word out to other people just like you who also might benefit from this video. And then in just a second, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you the most important tip in preparing your home to sell for the most amount of money possible. But before I do that, let's go ahead and talk for a minute about how you can create an entrance that immediately makes buyers feel welcome and at home. And that is lighting. Let me ask you a question. What is worse than dark, dingy rooms? Well, when it comes to selling your home, nothing is worse than a dark room. Natural light is one of the most sought after features in a home. So you always want to make sure that you take this simple step to maximize the light in every single room throughout your house, which means open those curtains and clean the windows. And if any of your rooms are lacking in natural light, add some lamps or some brighter light bulbs. I like using the daylight type light bulbs, especially in the overhead pot lights in the kitchen, living areas, and in the bathrooms, because it replicates the sunlight and makes the spaces feel a lot brighter and cleaner. And remember, buyers like clean, and more light almost always makes a room feel bigger and more inviting, which can be a huge selling point, especially on those darker days of winter. So make sure you go ahead, check out all of the light fixtures, make sure they're all working, and update any that are outdated or mismatched. Okay, so if you have any light fixtures above the bathroom mirror, anywhere else with 4 bulbs in it, make sure that they all work and that they all match. And that's because mismatched light bulbs can make a room feel a little bit off. It's almost like you really didn't care enough. And sure, it might be okay while you're living there, but when it comes time to sell, spending a few extra bucks on new matching bulbs can totally change the vibe of a room. And it's a really small change, but it can make a big difference. All right, so enough about the lighting. I think you probably get the picture. Now, the next tip might seem a little bit obvious for most people, but it does need to be emphasized. And that is photos, because photos matter. Here's the deal. Almost all buyers are going to start their home search online, and your listing photos are the first impression 97% of buyers are going to have of your home. So they need to be incredible, which means absolutely no cell phone pictures here. Amateur photos are just that, they're amateur. And amateur marketing, well, it gets amateur results. And if you think about it, have you ever seen a big brand market their product with amateur photos? Of course you haven't. And that's because professional photography is going to help sell your home. And it's going to help sell it for more money because, well, professional photographers, they know how to make your home look as best it possibly can. Professional photos can capture your home in its best possible light, highlight its best features, and make it stand out in a sea of listings. So if you've gone through all of the trouble of preparing your home, don't let bad photos be the reason it doesn't sell. This is another one of those areas where investing just a little bit can pay off big time. Okay, so real quick, before we move on to the number one most important thing that you need to do in preparing your home to sell it for top dollar, please be mindful that the entrance to your home is going to set the tone for the rest of the showing. That said, you want to do your utmost to create an entrance that feels welcoming and is going to set the right mood for your buyers. Now, this could be as simple as adding a new welcome mat or hanging a wreath on the door, or maybe placing a few potted plants around the entryway. And then once inside, you want to make sure that your foyer is clean and well lit, like we've already talked about, and free of any clutter. So this is because this is going to be the first space your buyers see, and when they walk in, it really needs to give them an inviting feeling. Making them feel good with that first impression is going to help set the stage for the rest of the tour and immediately encourage the buyers to want to view the rest of your home. And then once inside, make sure that your foyer is clean and well lit, like we already talked about, and is free of any kind of clutter, because this is the first thing buyers will see when they walk in. So it really needs to create an inviting feeling. Making this feel-good first impression will help set the stage for the rest of the tour and immediately encourage your buyers to want to view the entire home. Now, all that said, all the preparation in the world is not going to matter if your home is overpriced. Pricing your home correctly is the single most important factor in a successful sale. And if you price it too high, you're going to scare off potential buyers. And if you price it too low, well, you might be leaving money on the table. To price your home right, you've got to have a solid grasp of the current market stats and the trends. Is it a buyer's market or is it a seller's market? How long are homes like yours staying on the market before they actually sell? Or, things like the absorption rate. What's the current absorption rate or the days of inventory? Knowing all of this is crucial to strategically pricing your house to sell for the best possible price. So be sure to work with a real estate agent who clearly understands these market statistics and all of their nuances, because the right price is going to lead to a quicker sale and a higher final price. And whatever you do, don't be tempted to price your home too high just to see what happens. That's what amateurs do, and it usually ends up costing you more money than it's going to make you. So be strategic, be smart, and trust the process, because pricing is absolutely crucial. But there's something even more important when it comes to walking away with even more profits in your pocket when you sell your home. And it's something many well-intentioned homeowners often lose tens of thousands of dollars on. And if you want to know what it is, check out the next video right here, where we dive in deep into the number one mistake homeowners make when preparing to sell their homes. My name's Glen Hopkins. Be sure to give me a thumbs up on the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and if you'd like my help with either buying or selling a home here in the Surrey or White Rock area, there is a link in the description box below where you can schedule a call with me. And be sure to leave a comment, share your thoughts, share your experiences, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm always happy to help. Otherwise, I will see you on the next video.